Hey YouTube, it's the Test Lead, and today we're talking about the power duo of automation testing and manual testing, and why both are needed for optimal test coverage. If you're new here, please feel free to subscribe. Also, if you get any value from the video, leave a like. I'm on a road to 10K subscribers, and I need your help to get there. Now back to the video. Both manual testing and automation testing had their pros and cons. Each excel at different things, which is why in a good company and to get the best test coverage possible, you need both of them together. Both manual testing and automation testing are part of the same team, and the goal is to ensure the quality of the product, service, or website. So by having both, you're going to limit the amount of defects or problems that do actually get released to production or the customer environment. Now, let's dive into the benefits of both and see why both are needed. First, the art of manual testing. The key part of manual testing is done by a regular person, a human being. So things like exploratory testing shows why humans are so important. Exploratory testing is freely testing a website or software without a predefined test script or test scenario. You're just freely clicking buttons, feeling the intuitiveness, user experience for the website. That's something that automation tools can't do. Automation tools need a predefined test script to follow each time they execute. With exploratory testing, you're using your intuitiveness and domain knowledge and its regular experiences as a regular human to say, okay, the look and feel should be this should act this way. And because you see the software with the actual eyes, small subtle things you can pick up on. For example, when I write my automation test, I'm going to say, go to this website, click on this button, then write this text in this text box. So as I predefine things to look for and execute with. With exploratory testing the manual way, I may click the first button and say, wait, hold on, the color of the web page is off. My automation tool isn't going to catch that, but a regular human being will, which is why it's needed in a software testing process. Next, we have an evaluation of the user experience. Remember, as manual testers, you're testing from a customer's perspective because customers are human just like us. So you can think and act like an actual customer. You can say, oh, the look and feel is off. It's hard to navigate. It's a bad user experience. That's something that a tool can't really tell because it's not human. If it's hard to find certain buttons on a web page and hard to navigate, you as a regular person can catch that. Next, we have adapting to changing requirements. If requirements change and I have to do a new automation test, that's a big process. I have to reset up the tool, change the test case, write out the code, map out the web page. That's a long process. For manual testing, requirements change. It's simply just, okay, new test case, that's it. I can execute the new test case right after, everything is done. So changing requirements, manual testing excels a lot. And last but not least, early stage testing. There are points in the development process where a developer wants some early testing and feedback. Me as a human, I just walk over, do some early testing, and say, okay, this works, this is off. They can say, okay, cool, and fix it right then and there. Instead of setting up a whole tool, writing the code for that tool, then doing a test, that's too long of a process for early testing. For other testing, that could work. But for early on testing, it's not worth it. So that was all the pros of manual testing. Now let's dive into the pros of automation testing, where that excels at. First off, time-consuming, redundant, and repetitive task. If a test needs to be run every day the same exact way, it should be automated. Add it to a nightly suite, it should run every night, so in the morning, you have your results. The initial setup for that test may be time-consuming, but after that, every day, you press a button and get the results. Simple and straightforward. That frees up manual testers to do exploratory testing and use their time more beneficial. If it's a thought-provoking process, manual test it. but it's a redundant, predefined process, automation. Then we have scalability and speed. Like I said previously, the initial setup for a test is time consuming for automation. But after that, the test runs in a couple of seconds. I press a button, get my results. That same test done manually can take a couple of minutes, especially when you're doing cross-browser and different operating systems. It's faster, just run automation. And then we have performance and load testing. Key tools for automation testing are performance tools, where I can load up 100 users on a website and simulate how the website will react. That same test manually will require 100 laptops around me and doing a test at the same time, which is unrealistic. So I can use tools in automation to do that for me. And last but not least, regression testing. Like I said, any redundant task should be automated. Regression testing is the process of when new software features are created, we have to make sure that the old features don't break as a result of them. So normally when a new feature is created, you run a set of old test cases to make sure that the old stuff still works. That can be automated so that each time a new feature or software update happens, the regression testing happens automatically as well. Simple, straightforward. Now, let's bring it all together. As you can see, they both have their pros and cons, and they complement each other. Where one lacks at, the other one excels at. Which is why, if you want optimal test coverage, you need both. Just being realistic. You have manual testers to explore and get the look and feel for user experience. And then automation testers and testing for all the redundant tasks and scalability and efficient tasks. So like I said, they both have their pros and cons. But the goal, because it's all part of the same testing team, to minimize the amount of bugs or problems that get released to production. And by having both, you're taking a step forward in that direction. If you found this video helpful at all, please like, share, and subscribe. If you need help on your QA journey, check out my book, QA Must Know Vocabulary, as well as my new course, the Manual QA Academy. Both will be linked below. And most importantly, don't forget to learn something new today.